What's the deal? The deal is we are live. So, welcome everybody to my weekly wellness discovery show. Make sure I have my volume up so you can actually hear me. There we go. And really, the best way for you to enjoy a nice, long-lasting life where you're feeling good, looking good, and all those good things that go with the feeling good and looking good is by being educated on natural ways to having better health. So, thanks for being here. Today, we're going to have a look at probably an uncomfortable subject, but it's important. We're going to talk a little bit about men's health, but we're going to get right down to it. We're going to get into the prostate health, specifically benign prostate hyperplasia. We'll just call that BPH for short. There's some great articles right now in my wellness center on this, 7 symptoms that indicate prostate problems. You may want to check that one out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I will put a link up above at the end of today so that you can. It's really easy. There's no catch to it. You just put your name, your email address in. We don't sell it. We don't need a credit card. We just want to give you information. Well, I want to give you information that's going to be helpful for you. So help yourself to that. Make it a priority. Get in there. It'll do you a lot of good. So a little bit about me. The whole reason I became a wellness educator is because of, well, not this guy, but who he represents. This is Lymeer, and he's a mascot for Lyme disease. And my good friend Brenda Sterling Goodwin from Nova Scotia sent this little buddy to me, but he's got a little pin on it that says education is key. And that turned out to be the truth because Lyme was my education. I was bit by a tick back in 1997, and from there, I had all sorts of ugly symptoms come down that nobody had any explanations for. They would wax and wane, and before long, I was labeled all sorts of things and I didn't get any help, much past prescriptions and seeing specialists that also had no answers. So you get frustrated with this after being bounced around for years and getting nowhere. So you start looking other places, and that's exactly what I did. I started looking at what nature had to offer. And at first, I'm going to admit, I thought it was all pretty woo-woo stuff. Somebody told me something like eat a banana before bed, and I'm thinking, who cares about what you eat before bed? But it's funny. You put all these little things together, and it paints one big picture. So now that's what I do: is I take all the information that I've learned in almost 30 years, maybe even longer, put it all together through these shows, through my wellness center, through my blog, through whatever I can find, so that you have access to it, that it's going to help you. You just cut to the chase instead of you always having to search and hunt. I've got a lot of answers in all of those areas as to what may or may not help you. It's a matter of you going through it and seeing what resonates, what doesn't, and doing a little bit of digging on your own. But really, this is what I've learned is, figuring out that nature really does have some amazing answers. So hopefully it gives you the power to live your best life too. Now, last week we talked about what's coming up near the end of this month. It's our Vitality for Life show, Gut Instincts, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's all about our guts and how important it is. And last month we had Her Wellness Matters. We were getting into, basically the typical woman who's juggling everything and trying to stay vibrant and energetic, and it's not easy. So there's lots in that show for you to check out. That's also my wellness center for you. And there's also some great new articles and videos that are tucked away in there as well. We went over some of those, so check them out. Okay, and you can get more details again in my Vitality for Life e-newsletter. It's a monthly thing that comes out every month. So if you didn't see it at the end of last month, check your inbox, check your promotional section. It's probably hiding in there. Okay, so June is Men's Health Month, and we're going to be having a look at a topic that quite often gets brushed aside, but really this is something we should talk about. So I'm going to start off by asking you a question. Have you noticed any of the men in your house, somebody you might care about, or maybe a roommate, your husband, your brother, whatever? You may have noticed that they're getting up and going to the bathroom more often than usual during the night. Maybe they're having some issues with starting or stopping the flow, and that happens. And if so, you're not alone. And it could be a lot more to this than just simply getting older. So we're going to talk about what BPH is. Again, that's, a short acronym for benign prostatic. This is why we shorten it. Benign prostatic hyperplasia. It's just another fancy name for something that we basically call an enlarged prostate. And it's not necessarily cancer. Sometimes it is, but more often than not, it's not. It's uncomfortable and it will affect how men sleep, how they function, how they feel, especially after the age of 40. And every decade past, it tends to be a little bit worse. In fact, the risk of BPH jumps from 8% in a man's 30s to over 80% by the time they hit the age of 80. And that's a huge leap. It really is something that we need to be paying attention to. So there's 7 warning signs that you want to pay attention to. Again, like we just mentioned, you're frequently going to the bathroom with more urgency than usual. You're waking up more at night to go to the bathroom than usual. Maybe you've got a weak or a slow urine stream. You could have difficulties with the stopping or starting the stream. Maybe there's a little bit of dribbling that goes on. Might be feeling like your bladder's never actually empty. You just can't get it all out. And it could even be affecting your intimacy or your sexual performance. So those are 7 things you want to be paying attention to. And if any of these sound familiar, listen, it's a good thing to talk about these things. It's part of our health. In fact, we need to talk about it. And here's the good news. There are both natural and medical ways to manage BPH, and it can improve the quality of your life. So we're going to kind of go over this a little bit. Some of the things you can do, well, absolutely nothing is one of them. It is an option sometimes. If it's mild enough, sometimes the symptoms will ease up all by themselves. And there's, many reasons for that. But be sure that you stay informed and pay attention to any changes that may occur, even if it does ease off and maybe it's going to come back, who knows? Listen to it, don't just ignore it. Now, there's also some natural dietary approaches that you can take to this. Saw palmetto is very popular for this. In fact, a case study of a 305 men over a 45-day period, 83% of them saw improvement without any of those ugly side effects. It's kind of nice. Now, I'm going to throw in a little addendum here. I know we're talking men's health, but ladies, if you're watching this and you're also having issues with a spastic bladder where you're forever in the bathroom peeing and peeing and peeing, saw palmetto, actually, I have found for me really calms that down where I'm not a bathroom hog all the time. And the other weird thing is it actually helps my hair to grow. Look into that. Google it. It might surprise you. Okay, so let's get back to men's health. Soy protein, it contains phytoestrogens, and these actually help to block the extra estrogen that, the men might be carrying. It also supports the testosterone metabolism. I'm surprised my tongue is not in big knots right now over these big words. So that's something you can do is incorporate more soy protein. You can buy the blocks in the store, just make sure it's sourced properly, or you can get the good soy protein drinks. That's my favorite, actually. Zinc is another great supplement for this because it inhibits the conversion of testosterone over to DHT, which contributes to prostate growth. Interesting. Okay, now the medical options, if you need to, if those 2 things are maybe you're well past that, you can try something called androgen blockers. They can sometimes help, but the unfortunate thing is that they also come with hormone-related side effects. And of course, the last thing you can do is surgery. It's quite often effective, but again, like all surgery, it has its risks. So I would personally recommend that as your last source. If you have no choice, that's it. Do or pee for the rest of your life. Do the surgery, but check all the other things out first. Give them a try. Now, there's some preventative tips that you can do as well, and maybe just by doing these things, it may actually alleviate the problem all on its own. You can cut back on dairy, sugar, fatty foods, anything that causes inflammation like that. Same with cigarettes. Go easy on the beer and the alcohol because they can definitely throw off your hormones. Now, there's a great video that Dr. Brose has put out. He puts out breaking down BPH in a very simple, eye-opening way. So if you want to catch this video, just drop BPH in the comments and I will send you the video link. Not a problem. Okay, Men's Health Spotlight featuring Dr. John Westerdahl. He is going to be part of this show that's coming up Wednesday, June 25th. He's going to be breaking down some of the latest information that we've learned on saw palmetto, how it supports prostate health, and what you want to look for if you're going to try that supplement. You want to get a quality supplement, not some junk that you take it and say, well, it didn't do anything. There'd be a reason why it didn't. So you want to learn about that one. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about men's health. Again, coming up on the 25th of this month, we have the Gut Instincts Vitality for Life show coming up. And we're going to be talking about the gut-brain connection, how you want to fuel both so that you have better mental resilience and, of course, better long-term brain health and gut health as well. So sneak peek at the show lineup that's coming. In this, we've got Dr. Tanya Hardig. She's going to be talking about how our gut and our brain stay connected and how we want to support that, how we can support it daily. Men's Health Spotlight, again, with Dr. John Westerdahl. He's going to be, like I said, talking about saw palmetto, how it supports the prostate health, men's wellness as well. And also, we're going to have a look at, we're going to do a refrigerator raid. We're going to look inside a typical fridge of what a wellness educator like myself, what their fridge would actually look like. And we're going to snag some very easy, simple nutritional tips, what you can swap out for what. Healthy Bites, these are great recipes for both your gut and your brain. So you're going to get some quick, tasty recipes that are going to help support both your gut and boost your brain health as well. So whether you're just kind of looking at how to support gut health, whether you're trying to figure out how that connects to mental wellness, or maybe you're just a man looking to feel your best, or you want to support some of the men in your life, this event is definitely for you. And it is also for the women. I don't know why it says just men on this slide. That's an oopsie. But if you have a question on this, drop it below. If I don't have the answer, here's the cool thing. I know experts who do, so I will get the answer for you. Now, if you know anybody who should be hearing the information that we're going to be going over on the 25th, or maybe there's something I've said today that you think somebody should know about them, tag them or share this episode with them. It's very short and sweet. I don't think it'll take too much time out of their life to feel better. So comment below or send me a message. And again, I will send you the link to this, or I will also attach it so you can go ahead and register for it, grab your spot. Now, I realize the 25th is a ways away and there's many things happening this month. Summer's beginning, school's out, blah, blah, blah. But grab a spot anyways, because even if you can't make it, the cool thing is as soon as the replay is up, you get a copy in your inbox. Isn't that neat? So just to recap what we covered today, we talked about what BPH is, why it's very common in men, especially over the age of 40, and some of the key symptoms you want to watch for. We also had a look at different ways that you can manage this naturally and also, using medicine, as well as some of the practical steps that you can take now to help alleviate that. Now, you can learn more about this in my Wellness Center. Again, there's some great articles in there, 5 ways that zinc works wonders for men. It also works wonders for women too. But again, we're focusing on the men this month. We did ladies last month. 7 symptoms that could indicate that you have a prostate issue going on. And also there's a men's health masterclass in there as well too. So don't miss out on that. Now, if you're one of these keeners that you love learning about little tips and tricks that you can do to help yourself or maybe help somebody around you, I've got a really cool community on Facebook. It's called Danny's Wellness Tribe. I've got people joining there on a regular basis every single day. It's lovely. Thank you for that, those of you who are already with me. But jump in. We have lots of other wellness experts that are jumping in. They specialize in different things. So you just never know who might be helping you with whatever it is you're looking for, or maybe you're the one that's going to be doing the helping. That'd be great too, because sharing is caring. So love to see you there. And remember to register for the upcoming event, whether you can make it or not. That way you've got the replay. And if there's any links that I might forget to post or you just want it directly sent to you, just let me know. I can do that for you. Easy peasy. So again, thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week, next Tuesday on my Tea Talk show. And I don't even know what I'm going to be talking about at that point. I haven't made up my mind. The one I just did yesterday was on fasting, some of the myths, some of the facts. So if you're one that's into intermittent fasting, or maybe you're thinking about it and you're not sure, check it out. So thanks for being here, everyone. Lymir and I want to say have a great day, and we will talk to you another time soon. Bye for now.